Yeah, Des and Sammy had a word with me last weekend and made out a fairly good case for perhaps making a one-off. I don't really look at it as any more than that, but never say never.
So at the age of 36, John Carlton, who last played for the senior team 4 years ago and who'd won the last of his 26 caps in 1984, was replacing Nigel Heslop, who was on a skiing holiday. So much, though, would depend on the Orrell pack, and behind them, Dewi Morris, who's surely playing the best rugby of his career. Not that the Gloucester pack are exactly a pushover. Under the leadership of Ian Smith, the Scottish flanker, they'd been playing with increasing authority this season and had high hopes that, everything else being equal in the set piece, their back row might carry the day. There's high praise from Kingsholm too for their young fly half Neil Matthews, whose talents will surely be tested in this game. Your commentator is Nigel Starmer-Smith.
And in tribute to one of the great Gloucester stalwarts, Terry Tandy, Secretary of Gloucester for 25 years, the teams line up in silent memory. Three points apiece after a quarter of an hour. Off goes Manley. Fired out to Strett, dummies to Langford, through to Fielden. Shrugs off one tackle, almost through the second. And Gloucester pile in over the top and concede the penalty, which should be a simple 3 points for Strett to regain the lead then. Martin Strett fires it through the post. 17.5 minutes gone. 3 points ahead again, 6-3 Orrell lead. But it's Orrell possession again, this time through Manley. Strett now to Fielden. Morris, Strett, Langford, straight through to John Carlton. First run for the old international. Doing well, but the pass inside intercepted by Morris. So, JC's had a run, 26 times cap for England. The last back in 84. Good push by Orrell. Dewi Morris takes it on to Gallagher. Going for the corner, Carlton inside to Morris. There's a great scrummage surge by the Orrell pack. And Morris live to it, supported by Gallagher, and with Carlton outside. Well, dreaming of a fairy tale re-entry, I'm sure, with the try, but in touch. In fact, the pass had just gone forward. Pressure again on the Gloucester line. That's not in touch either. Carlton, chip ahead, blocked. Morris sets it back to his pack. Hannaford, Matthews, through by Cummins. Halsall with a bit of room, misjudged it. Now the chances for Perrins. Perrins with Caskie outside. Perrins going, he's only got Taberner to beat, and I think he's beaten him, he has. Jerry Perrins, the winger. What a comeback by Gloucester. Superb by Jerry Perrins. And a great breakout by Gloucester, pinned down in their own 22, and what a counter-attack. All because really of this miss by Phil Halsall. The bounce favouring Perrins. He had the man with him, which was Caskie, but had the legs to go past Taberner. And a real moment of glory for the 24-year-old, who's come up from the second 15 of last season with a try against Rugby in the earlier round, and now an important one today against the wind and against the odds, to give Gloucester the lead after 26 minutes. Orrell quick to get the good push on Gloucester in desperation, try to get it back with the hand. And so 3 points on offer here for Strett. Look for the hand in there somewhere. Well, there it is. Still a difficult wind to gauge. Distance no problem, but direction across the wind won't be easy. This for the lead. Yes. So 2 points ahead. Less than a minute plus injury time of this half to go. 9-7. Orrell really in dire need of a score. Although they lead 9-7, one senses that may well not be enough. Still controlling. Manley leaves it for Morris. Strett looking for the switch in the middle. Fielden straight into the Gloucester pack. I think it was Smith with the tackle. Goes the scrummage. Problems clearly for Gloucester with their restructured front row. They've moved Jones across to the tight head, logically. Dunn having to play the loose head role. And as it collapses, it's a penalty to Strett. Almost 2.5 minutes of injury time. This to make it a 5-point lead. That's 4 out of 4, and a bigger lead. And that indeed is the half-time whistle, which leaves it finely balanced. Gloucester, I think, be relatively content. The pack's been going well, but with their restructured front row, that may be a source of future problems. Orrell lead by 5 points. Will it be enough as they turn to face the wind? Well, Orrell know only too well what a challenge Gloucester pose in the 14 meetings prior to today. Orrell have won just 3 of those encounters. Morris to Strett. Fielden through his own pack, but into the Gloucester replacement, Kevin Dunn, with a good tackle. Taberner. Outside the 22 it falls. Kazani. I think it was Manley who set it up. This was Paul Manley, Lancashire and North of England representative, like most of them. Off he goes again, this time inside to Gallagher. Pass was fairly high, and it's intercepted though by Morris. Now to Caskie, wide out, the chance here. Kevin Dunn, is it? Matthews held on the line. Inside goes Caskie, that could be the try, it is. And the start Gloucester would have dreamed of to the second half. Again, it was the Orrell error really which let Gloucester in, as Langford slightly delayed the pass, and it went into the hands of Simon Morris. Morris to Caskie, who eventually scored it. On the wide outside was Matthews. He was held, but the support was there, and I think it's Caskie who gets the little popped-up pass, dives in there, and brings glory to the Gloucester ranks of supporters to bring the visitors within a point. So they've certainly taken the opportunities that have fallen their way through Orrell errors. Struck that well. Superb kick. 13 points to 12. Caskie the scorer. Taberner now will get some impetus, and it's Halsall still in play. Back goes Smith, took it well. Looks for the long, far touchline. In fact, banging it down the middle was a terrific piece of opportunism, because there's a race on now with Morris chasing. Langford is there. Back comes John Carlton to cover, right on his own goal line. That really was a brilliant tactical appreciation of the situation by Smith, who saw Orrell defenders all up in attack and wide open spaces behind, which he exploited to the full. That's how to use the wind. Back row, Gallagher, Strett, Langford, Morris in the middle, Halsall, the cover by Perrins. This time Orrell stretching it out a bit and making some good headway. Nice switch to Morris. And a well-planted pass over the top. Halsall, though, covered. So it's a tap penalty. Watch for the pivot with Morris. The switch to Gallagher. 7 metres out. Possession goes to Strett. Taberner trying to burrow his way to the line. Difficult decision, but it's not a try. It's just in touch. Half a metre out. So close to recapturing the lead. Taberner ducked his head and dived for it, but was carried out. Anyone's ball. Orrell's now. Morris, the line's almost open. The cover comes. Inside is Hines. Orrell pile over. Morris back to Strett. Strett. Phalanx of red and white, but Morris is clear. He's in the corner. Unguarded that time by Gloucester. It just opened up before him. He can't surely have believed his luck. As Strett was held on the open side, that looked as though the move was snuffed out, but they'd left this short side unguarded. You can see the players across the field. And there's Morris. Clear and home. 16-13, Orrell retake the lead. Matthews changes the angle of attack. Cummins floored just inside the Orrell 22. The Gloucester pack there to set it up again. Masters the link. Drop goal chance here for Matthews. Looks good. It is. And it's 16 points apiece. Beautifully struck. Gloucester put in then. 6 minutes to go before extra time has to be played. Penalty to Gloucester. Orrell offside by diving in. So an important kick awaits Tim Smith. Just to get the lead once again. Is it straight enough? Yes, it is. Coolly done. What a kick. And that's what it means to the folks up from Kingsholm. 19 points to 16. Just over 4 minutes to play. And Smith, the hero of the moment. Hannaford. Will look to get it downfield. The wind will carry it. Makes it useful. Problems for Orrell. Taberner rather opted out of that. Dewi Morris. Interception. It was on for Morris. And that might just seal the victory. And yet again, Orrell have given it away. And Dewi Morris hangs his head, looks to the skies. The nightmare. He turned, saw the men outside, but so too did Morris. Time to perfection. And Simon Morris with a little gentle jog in of ultimate satisfaction. So from a 3-point lead, it's really safe now. 25 points to 16 with a couple of minutes to go. Well, Morris knew they had to score points, of course, the onus on Orrell, and the risk triumphant for Gloucester. Orrell, semi-finalist last year, set to be thwarted once again, losers to runners-up Northampton in the competition. Caskie. Ball still there. But that's it. And Gloucester, arms aloft in triumph. Supporters thrilled in a game that, I must say, beat the elements. There's nothing worse than wind and rain like we've had today, but all credit to both teams for providing a splendid spectacle. And to Gloucester, the away team, a notable victory fashioned by a determined pack and a side that knows its way to the line when the chance is offered.
Well, a famous victory up here. Ian, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Nigel. It's always nice to win away from home, especially against Orrell. First in the first division, so a bit of a grudge match, but good performance, I felt.
Well, it was always going to be the classic game of two halves with a win like this. 12-7 at half-time, you were down. I sensed then that it wasn't too bad a deficit.
Well, that's right. We felt that they hadn't really scored enough points in the first half, so we knew we were in with a chance, and we had a good talk at half-time, and it was all there to play for if we wanted it.
And credit too to the restructured front row. I mean, with Bob going on.
That's right. I felt we were under pressure as soon as Bob went off, but Kevin fitted in nicely, and towards the end I felt we had the upper hand, really.
Some very good driving play, wasn't there, from your pack?
That's right. In these conditions, you've got to drive the ball forward, especially against Orrell, big side. We tried to keep a little lower than we usually do, and basically keep going forward, get the scrum put-ins, and keep getting their part of the field.
Well, you also had players who knew how to take the most of the opportunities that came, and of course the one that clinched it in the end, really, having fought your way back to the lead, was Simons, wasn't it? I think we can have a look at it.
Yeah. Dewi sort of made a half break, good pressure, and Simon took it well, really, didn't he? He read the situation well, and once he's in space like that, he's really unstoppable. He's pretty quick.
And then the Gloucester pack turned on the power and tried to push their way back into the lead. They were unlucky and gave Orrell a rare old fight. But three more kicks from Strett once again for Orrell. While Gloucester's only second half score came from the boot of Mike Hamlin, who got all the side's points. 18-12 the score. Here's the verdict from coach Keith Richardson.
We had 80 minutes of seemingly endless collapsed scrums, and unfortunately the referee didn't seem able to sort this out. The players couldn't do that either, and the whole thing ended in a mess of penalty kicks and touch kicks. It was disappointing because Gloucester wanted to get some running into the game. They wanted to sprint, they wanted to handle and run onto the ball. Obviously preparation for the big cup game is important, and the big thing that Gloucester have got now is to wait for the adrenaline to flow from what will be a big crowd and hope that this can help them to get through against what is undoubtedly the top team in the country.